Hello, all you lovely fourth graders, almost fifth graders. I want to start today's video with a shout out. I've got to add one more person to the list of people who've completed the math challenge, and that is Owen. So good job, Owen. You have until May 13th, and information can be found on the video for lesson 10.1. Okay. So we are starting on chapter 12 today, and it is about measurement. We're only going to do 2 lessons in this chapter, one on customary units of measurement and one on metric. Customary units of measurement are ones that basically only the United States still uses. Pretty much everywhere else in the world uses the metric system, and the metric system is based on tens, so it's a little bit easier in some ways to use, but the customary units of length are what we're going to focus on today, which is lesson 12.2. It's on page 647, and then your assignment is on page 651. Remember, put your name on your assignment, and you can tear it out when you're done. And when you guys bring back the stuff on May 14th, if you could separate it by subject. So Miss Cunningham's science and social studies stuff, Miss Webb's ELA stuff, and my math stuff would be amazing. We would just love you forever. Okay, so I have written down some units of length that you guys will probably be familiar with. So we measure length in inches. You guys have heard that term before. Feet and yards, and that's what we're doing today. So on a ruler, 1 inch is about that much, okay? And then a ruler is made up of 12 inches, and then a yardstick is made up of 3 rulers, because in 1 yard, which is this guy, there's 3 feet or 36 inches. So if you guys can see right here, the yardstick ends at 36 inches, okay? And then the ruler, on one side of the ruler, it measures 12 inches. On the other side, it measures millimeters and centimeters. Millimeters and centimeters are the metric units of measurement, but we are focusing on customary today. So that's going to be the 1 inch, 1 foot, 1 yard. Okay, here we go. It says, how can you use models to compare customary units of length? So, it says you can use a ruler to measure length, and this, of course, is a ruler. A ruler that is 1 foot long shows 12 inches in a foot. A ruler that is 3 feet long is called a yardstick. There are 3 feet in the yard, so we covered that a second ago. Okay, I'm going to put that over there. Okay, so how does the size of a foot compare to the size of an inch? Well, we're not going to do the whole cut thing right now, but but what we are going to talk about is that 1 foot is 12 times the size of 1 yard, or 1 foot is 12 times the size of 1 inch, because there's 12 inches in a foot. And the way that we are going to do measurement a lot is using equivalent fractions. It's actually pretty cool. So let's get to it. We're going to skip the activity And we are going to write down here 1 foot is 12 times as long as 1 inch. Okay, so let's go on to page 648. That was the fastest ever. Okay. On the mathematical reasoning, it says if you know, or explain how you know the number of inches you need to make a yard. So if you know that in 1 foot there are 12 inches, and you know that in 1 yard there are 3 feet, and we multiply that 3 feet by 12 inches in each one. So I'm not going to write 12 inches out, but you guys, so this is 12 inches in the first foot. When we add the second foot, that equals 24 inches. And when we add the third foot, that gets us up to 36 inches. Okay? Okay. So here we go. Emma has 4 feet of thread. She needs 50 inches of thread to make some bracelets. How can she determine if she has enough thread to make the bracelets? Since 1 foot is 12 times as long as an inch, you can write feet by multiplying the number of feet by 12. Okay, so they've done like a little a chart here, and we know that 1 foot equals, let me make sure you guys can see that. Okay, 1 foot equals 12 inches, so 2 feet would equal 24 inches because 2 times 12 is 24 inches. And then 3 feet would be 36 inches because 3 times 12 is 36 inches. And then 4 feet, 4 times 12 is 48. And we're going to always multiply by 12 when we're converting feet into inches. And so that's 48 inches. And then 5 times 12 is 60, so 60 inches. Now, if you remember, it says that she has 4 feet. So, how many inches are in 4 feet? Well, look what we have right here. So, 4 feet is the same as 48 inches. Well, 50 inches is 50 inches. So which one's greater, 48 or 50? Well, 50 is greater, so 48 inches is less than 50 inches. So 4 feet is less than 50 inches. So Emma doesn't have enough thread to make the bracelets. Poor Emma. She needs to go to the store and buy some more thread. This is another case where we've got apples and oranges, and we have to get it to either be apples and apples or oranges and oranges. We have to compare the same thing. So we really only have to change one of our measurements to, so in this case we had to change feet into inches so we could compare inches to inches. Okay? What if Emma had 5 feet of thread? Would she have enough thread to make the bracelets? Now if we go back up, we found out before that 5 feet is 60 inches and 60 inches is greater than 50 inches. So if Emma had 5 feet of thread, would she have enough to make the bracelets? Yes, because 5 feet equals 60 inches. 60 inches is greater than the 48 inches that she needs. Was it 40 or, no, it was 50 she needed. It's greater than 50 inches. So she would have enough. Okay. All right, you guys with me? I'll give you a second. So yes, because 5 feet, 5 times 12 is 60. And 5 feet equals 60 inches. 60 inches is greater than the 50 inches she needed. So she would have enough. Okay. All right, here they want us to compare the size of a yard to the size of a foot. So in 1 yard, there are 3 feet. And we've got over here, they've got given us the comparisons. So 1 foot equals 12 inches, 1 yard equals 3 feet, and 1 yard also equals 36 inches. 1 yard is 3 times as long as 1 foot. And so now, here's where it gets fun, okay? So I am going to show you guys now how to do this, how to convert feet into inches, setting up comparisons, and you can do it like this every time. So we want to know how many feet or how many inches is in 2 feet. Well, we know that 1 foot equals 12 inches. And if we put on bottom, 2 feet would equal how many inches? So we're going to do this kind of exactly like equivalent fractions. So our example, or our comparison is 1 foot equals 12 inches. So then if we have 2 feet, we need to get how many inches that is. What do you multiply 1 times to get 12? 12, right? And if you do it to the top, you do it to the bottom. So we're going to multiply times 12. 2 times 12 equals 24. So it's 24 inches and 24 inches. Okay. On the next one, we have 3 yards. Let me do this different. Okay. We're going from yards to feet. So here's our comparison. 1 yard equals 3 feet. So 3 yards would equal how many feet? Well, what do you multiply 1 times to get 3? 3, right? And if you do it to the top, you do it to the bottom. 3 times 3 is 9. So 9 feet in 3 yards. Pretty cool, right? You can do this with any measurement comparison. You can set it up like a fraction and find the equivalent, okay? So what we did was we went 1 yard equals 3 feet. So 3 yards would equal 9 feet. Okay, here we have yards and feet again. And we know that 1 yard equals 3 feet. And what do you multiply 1 times to get 3? And that is 3. So if we have 7 yards, multiplied times 3 would be 21. So 21 feet. As long as you know, as long as you have the comparisons like this, you can set them up like equivalent fractions. Okay. On your own. Okay. So you guys can pause the video now, and in a moment, come back and see if you got these right. Remember, set them up like equivalent fractions. Okay? I'm going to get a drink. By the way, do you guys love my shirt? It says, "We survived on Pirate Pride." Hashtag AG Pirate Pride. Pretty cool, right? Dr. Julian, Mrs. Hartman, and Dr. Gurla visited all the teachers yesterday for teacher appreciation and brought signs to put in our yard that said a rock star teacher lives here. So if you see a red sign in the yards around town, it's probably because an Ash Grove teacher lives there. It's so cool, and they brought us t-shirts, and I love my t-shirt. See, the pirate guy has a mask on him? So cool. Okay, here we go. So number 5 says 4 yards equals how many feet? Well, I'm going to come over here. Remember my comparison. This is the one we're using for this guy. 1 equals 3. So 1 yard equals 3 feet. So we multiply times 3. So 4 yards would equal 12 feet. 10 yards equals how many feet? Same comparison. 1 yard equals 3 feet. So 10 yards would equal, 10 times 3 is 30 feet. Okay, here we have feet and inches. So 1 foot equals 12 inches. So 7 feet would equal, well, 7 times 12 is 84. And if you can't remember, you do it like this, 12 times 7. 7 times 2 is 14. Put down the 4, carry the 1. 7 times 1 is 7, plus 1 more is 8. So 84 inches. Okay. All right. Now this one, these are a little bit different. So it says we need to compare using less than, greater than, or equal to. So we have to get them, we have to change one of them into the other. We either have to change inches into feet, or feet into inches, or yards into feet, or something like that. So here we go. If we have 1 foot, how many inches is that? Well, in 1 foot, there's 12 inches. So right above, or right below 1 foot, I'm going to write 12 inches. Now, I can easily see that 12 is less than 13. So now we've got them in the same form. Okay, on number 9, 2 yards or 6 feet. Okay, so we know that 1 yard equals 3 feet. So 2 yards would equal 6 feet. So those are equal. And then we're going to go feet to inches on the next one, because I want to get it. I like to always get my measurements converted into the smaller unit, because that's when we multiply. If we're trying to go bigger, we have to divide. So here we go. If I know that I'm dealing with feet and inches, 1 foot equals 12 inches. So 6 feet would be the same as 72 inches. 72 is greater than 60. So there we go. All right. Joanna has 3 yards of fabric. She needs 100 inches to make curtains. Does she have enough? Explain. Make a table to help. So they want us to make a table over here. And 1 yard equals 12 inches, 2 yards equals 24 inches, and 3 yards equals 36 inches. So she needs 100 inches. Does she have enough? Not even close. Poor Joanna. Okay. No. She has 36 inches, which is less than the 100 inches she needs. Okay, here's the think part that we're going to do. Select the measures that are equal, mark all that apply. So let's start with A. We have 4 feet. 4 feet. And we've got some that are in yards and some that are in inches. So let me convert 4 feet into inches. I know that 1 foot equals 12 inches. So 4 feet would be 4 times 12 would equal 48 inches. So let's see, I have, 4 feet and 48 inches, I don't see up there. Okay, so let's see if I have 36 feet. Now this is what I was talking about before. So I'm going to write under 4 feet, I'm going to write down 48 inches so I can keep up with that. This is going to take a little bit. Okay, not that long though. All right, so if I have 36 feet, how many inches would that be? Well, I know that in 1 foot there are 12 inches. 12 inches. So, in 36 feet, I'm going to have to multiply that 36 times 12. So let's do that over here. 36 times 12. This will be a good review. We'll do the regrouping method. Okay, we're going to pretend that 1's not here for now and go 2 times 6 is 12. Put down the 2, carry the 1. 2 times 3 is 6, plus 1 is 7. Now we're done with 2. We're moving over to the 1, so we put our 0 placeholder and go 1 times 6 is 6. 1 times 3 is 3. And add those together and we will get 432 inches. Yay, we've got a match. Okay, so let's fill in 36 feet and then let's fill in 432 inches. And then how many yards would that be? Let's see if we can figure that out. Okay, so if we have if we know that in 1 yard equals 3 feet, right? And they're giving us so we need to go to, if we had 15 feet, how many yards would that be? Okay, so we are working the other way this time. Since we've got this side completed for us already, we need to divide. So what do you divide 3 by to get 1? Well, you divide by 3. And if you do it to the top, you do it to the bottom. And what's 15 divided by 3? It's 5. So 15 feet equals 5 yards. So let's write this under here. So 36 feet is the same as 432 inches. 432 inches is the same as 36 feet. And then 5 feet is the same as 15 feet is the same as 5 yards. And then we have 12 yards and 480 inches. So, oh, we have a visitor. We have a visitor, guys. Guess who it is? Say hello to Miss Cunningham! Hi! We are up here working hard while you guys are at home.
Yeah.
We're working on this beautiful day. Guess what Miss Cunningham's got the joy of doing?
Reorganizing the entire classroom library. It's all over the classroom. You'd be shocked.
Fun. Sounds fun. I would much rather be doing math myself.
Probably, yeah.
All right, thanks for stopping in, Miss Cunningham. All right, so we are in 12 yards, and we are trying to figure out how many inches would be in 12 yards. So if we have 1 yard, that is 12 inches. If we have 12 yards, that is 12 times 12. That's 144 inches. Nope, we don't have that. My goodness. Okay, so let me see here. But, wait a minute. So if we go back, how many yards are there in 36 feet? So I don't see any, let's do this. Okay. My mind got a little scattered. I was excited to see Miss Cunningham. Okay, so let's go back to, let's see how many feet are in 12 yards. Okay. So in because I think I messed up that last one. 1 yard equals 3 feet. So in 12 yards, you would multiply 1 times 3 to get 3. 12 times 3 is 36 feet. Ah, 12 yards is a match. So 12 yards is the same as 36 feet. And okay. So those are our 3. So let's look at this one more time. Okay. Not the whole thing. Let's just make sure that 432 inches is the same as 36 feet is the same as 12 yards. Okay. Because I think it is. So we're going to just double check. Okay. So when you are going from yards to inches, so in 1 yard, there are 36 inches. I think a second ago I put 12, so that's why I was getting mixed up. Okay, so in 1 yard there's 36 inches. So if we have 12 yards, we're going to have to multiply 12 by 36. And that's what we did. Okay, so 36 times 12, 2 times 6 is 12. Put down the 2, carry the 1. 2 times 3 is 6, plus 1 is 7. Yes, this is what we did a second ago, where we got 432. So these are the matches. Okay, a little bit tricky there. Your assignment, let's look at it really quick. is on page 651. What to help you out a little bit, I think I will set up the conversions for you above. So, yard and feet on number 2. 1 yard equals 3 feet. 1 foot equals 12 inches. 1 yard equals 3 feet. So now all you have to do, guys, is multiply 3 times 2 and get that. 12 times 8 and get that. 3 times 7 and get that. Are you with me? Okay. And then we have 1 foot equals 12 inches. I would like you guys to write the conversions, I think, especially until you get them down really well. I think it will help you. 1 yard equals 3 feet. 1 foot equals 12 inches. And then over here, I'm going to, let's see, 3 yards. So 3 yards is the same as how many feet? Well, if 1 yard equals 3 feet, then 3 yards would equal 9 feet. Okay, so you're going to compare 9 feet and 10 feet. 5 feet, so 1 foot equals, oh no, that's right, 12 inches. Let me back up a little bit. Okay, hold on. I gotta scoot over a little bit. So 1 foot equals 12 inches. So then 5 feet would be 12 times 5, which would be 60 inches. And then yards and feet, so 1 yard equals 3 feet, so 8 yards would equal 24 feet. Carla has 2 lengths of ribbon. One ribbon is 2 feet long, the other's 30 inches. Which ribbon is longer? So we're going to have to convert that, the one that's 2 feet into inches. And I know that in 1 foot is 12 inches, so 2 feet would be, this is the same as 24 inches. So now you can easily see which one is longer. A football player gained 2 yards on one play. On the next yard, he gained 5 feet. Was his gain greater on the first or second play? Well, in 1 yard, there's 3 feet. So in 2 yards, that would be 6 feet. And then write a problem that can be solved by comparing feet and inches using a model. Include a solution. Explain why you are changing from a larger unit to a smaller unit. Okay, so you guys, there's been a lot of examples like sewing throughout this. Don't stress about this. Just do your best and refer back to the examples we've talked about today. Okay, I love you. I hope you're well. Let me know if you have any questions, and goodbye.